Another week in Ottawa, and some things just seem to remain the same. There are more details on the wee scandal that paints the government of Justin Trudeau in an even worse light. Trudeau has gone off on yet another vacation, even though he missed one of the only 4 days this summer that he designated Parliament to sit. In a story reported on True North, the Prime Minister has logged 48 personal days and a whopping 91 days off in 2019. This week, our part-time Prime Minister is in Ottawa taking personal time according to the official website of the PMO. But he's been spotted in a small place in Ontario's cottage country on Georgian Bay, and the locals have posted photos of heavily armed RCMP tactical boats patrolling in the area, purportedly the summer residents of the Weston family who own Loblaws, a company, oddly enough, that Trudeau gave $12 million to last year, ostensibly to install environmentally friendly refrigeration in some of their stores. This is perhaps yet another conflict of interest scandal in the making. Since the wee scandal broke, the Prime Minister has been in his office exactly twice. Once to hold a press conference to explain and apologize for his behavior. The other was to testify before the Standing Committee on Finance in the House of Commons. Meanwhile, while Trudeau was bagging rays on the beach in Georgian Bay, the wee scandal continued to unravel. We learned that Youth Minister Bardish Chagger spoke to the Kielburgers just 5 days before the contract proposal was due to be submitted. Chagger testified she was alone on that call, yet in the wee charity notes of the call, it indicates her chief of staff, and perhaps others, from her office, were on the call. Quite apart from anything else, why would any minister communicate with somebody who was preparing a bid to do business with government that was worth over $912 million in advance of the presentation being made? That's just wrong. That's not how good stewards of the public purse behave. In the last couple of days, we have learned just what this scandal has cost the Kielburgers, as they laid off staff in Ontario and in the UK. They were also said to be looking to divest some of their not unsubstantial real estate holdings in downtown Toronto to help pay the bills now that the government has turned off the money faucet. Then there was the report of someone yelling obscenities at the constituency office of Infrastructure Minister Catherine McKenna. Evidently, the Mail used a derogatory epithet in the process, calling her a vulgar name for female genitalia. It has since been reported that the Ottawa police have opened up a hate crime investigation in the wake of the incident. Hate crime is defined in the Criminal Code of Canada. It involves race, religion, gender, and sexual orientation. What McKenna was called may have been rude, but it certainly doesn't meet the definition of hate crime as in the Criminal Code. Yet, the police are investigating. So if I have this straight, call the minister a nasty name and it triggers a police investigation. Try to defraud the Canadian taxpayer of $912 million and nothing from the RCMP. And then just last night, we learned of a $20 million contract to a company associated with Heritage Minister Steven Guilbeault. In a story broken by the Post-Millennial, the Liberals awarded a contract to Cycle Capital Management, who apparently paid Guilbeault as recently as 2018 for advice. It is not known at this point whether Guilbeault recused himself from the cabinet table when the contract was being considered, but the stench lingers. And what are the Liberals doing giving taxpayer dollars to a venture capital company anyway? That in itself defies logic. And on what government should be spending our precious tax dollars on? The Liberal machine grinds on, scandal after scandal, corruption example on top of corruption example. For these Liberals, plus ça change. For True North, I'm Leo Knight.